Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. And in today's video I have a full acrylic drawer of Asian beauty brands that I bought at yesstyle, by the way, and I have a code with yesstyle, so I will link it down below. So I'll put it down below. But I decided to try a full face of these products to see if I like them, to see how they work for me, and give you a little bit of a review. There are a couple of products here that I'm not gonna be using in this video because from some categories I have more than one product, but I will try to swatch them for you, and I will try to incorporate all of these products in my upcoming weekly diaries, probably in the next 2 weeks, because I already have a couple looks filmed for my weekly diary, so it's probably gonna be in the next and then the other in the next 2 diaries. But I really want to go through all of these products and try to show you what I like or don't like about these products. So a mini reviews of all of these will be also in my weekly diaries, just so you know. But we have a lot of products. I don't know if my face will look the best because the prep today wasn't exactly ideal. I'm filming a lot of videos today and I decided to try this Cosrx Aloe 54.2 Aqua Tone Up Sunscreen. This one with like aloe vera, and it's tinted. Whenever I try a new sunscreen, especially these Korean, Japanese, and like other Asian sunscreens, I always use them on a clean face. So all I did this morning was washing my face with water and letting it dry. I haven't put on any skincare because sometimes skincare can fill with certain sunscreen. So I always try to test it for the first time without any skincare. And this one peeled a lot. I tried to like cover it up. Like when you have a lot of peeling, sometimes when you like bounce your fingers on your face, like it can get rid of the peeling a little bit, but there's still areas, I don't know if you will be able to see that, but there's still areas that aren't all that great. So I don't think this is gonna be great. I got this from yesstyle. I don't know if this was like gift with purchase. I know I haven't paid for this, but yeah, I filmed a little reel today with it because I don't know if I'm supposed to make something with this or not. Sometimes when you get stuff from yesstyle as an influencer, you do have to film a review on it. I don't think I signed up for anything like that with this product because usually you have to confirm that you're aware of that, but just to be sure, I filmed it today. It's, you know, not to get in trouble or anything. I don't even know what would happen, honestly. And now looking at all of these products, I was under the impression that I also have brow products, but I can't find that. So I don't know if I lost it or if I just made up a memory that isn't correct. So we're gonna do something that I do very often, which is I'm gonna use eyeshadows for my brows, and then I'm just gonna use random gel. But I have this SheenEffect palette. I will try to pop up on the screen how this is called, but it's this packaging. Okay, it's all in Chinese. I can't tell you. I can't tell you more. But it's this kind of like I don't know how you call this type of packaging when it kind of goes over like that. I personally don't like this style of packaging because it's kind of bulky to store, but you have a mirror, and then this is just like a flap, and then this is a small little 9 pen. It's really cute and small. And I was really intrigued by this color story because it's a really nice grungy color story, and it's like big enough, you know. Like I do love 9 pens. I feel like 9 to 15 pen or 16 pen is my ideal. I'm holding it the other way around. Is the ideal size, because then when it's bigger it just gets a little bit more confusing. So we have these grungy tones like the pink, then there's this kind of like turquoisey shade, and then there's like browns. And what I like about this palette, the shimmers, like these two in the middle look kind of holographic, and the other ones look very multi-chromy. So I can't wait to try this formula. My only C Beauty palettes that I've tried was Shelly Makeup, which I love. I've tried the Cherry Palpitation palette, which I immediately got rid of, like within a month, because that was so bad. Like, it was not pigmented, it was patchy, it wasn't good. So I'm really excited to try this. The mattes look that they're gonna be really pigmented, and the shimmers look they're gonna be really shiny and even pigmented, at least from the pans. So I'm very intrigued to see how it's actually gonna look on my eyes. But I don't know if you see this, like, this is holographic shade, and this was a very inexpensive palette. And while I'm talking about this palette right now, when we want to do brows, I'm gonna use one of the shades for brows. I don't know if I'm gonna use Utopia, because now I have kind of like pinkish hair, so maybe this one will be better, or Euphoric, but I feel like Euphoric might be too warm, right? Let me swatch Utopia. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Is it too gray, or will it be okay? I'm gonna try Utopia, and if it's not gonna work, then we're just gonna go in with the Euphoric. So this is Utopia. So let me brush up my brows. Oh my god, there's still the sunscreen in there. This is like, I haven't filmed a video for an entire week, like from Monday to Friday. It's Saturday today. So from Monday to Friday, I haven't filmed anything. I just filmed my Panda palette update in the morning after work, and then I would film my makeup diaries in the evening, like what I've worn. But otherwise, like, I wasn't able to film a look, I wasn't able to film any get ready with me, nothing. Like, I wasn't filming for an entire week, even though I've had videos planned. But thankfully I also had a lot of videos in my camera roll that I could go with. This is gonna be too cool toned. No, I think we'll live with this. I think we'll live. So it's the Utopia. It's the bottom right-hand corner one. Because I was just so swamped with work and I had to get up really early, which I'm kind of not used to again, because I've been obviously on my vacation for the past like 5 weeks. So, you know, it's been a little bit, and I was just didn't really had the energy to film anything. So now I'm kind of doing multiple things today to again, like, have some content ready in case next week is the same, because I still need videos to have in my camera roll. And you know, I've been just so tired from the first week of work that I wasn't able to do anything. I hope it's gonna like get better. I hope I'm gonna get back on track. Like, obviously it's kind of more, it's hard to get back to your work if you've been on vacation for a while, and also it's been like very stressful week as it is. Like, I feel like I would be super tired even if I wasn't after vacation, because it was genuinely super stressful and very uncomfortable at times. But you know, being right from vacation also didn't help. So I hope it's gonna get a little bit better, then I'm gonna get kind of a little bit more on track with this. Are they even? Like, sometimes I feel like one of them is more upturned, if that's the word, but I'm not completely sure right now. Let me find, I'm gonna use this super like brow gel from Maybelline, because I was under the impression that I do have brow pencil and a brow gel, but I can't find it. So either I lost it, or maybe it was in a package that haven't came yet, but I feel like the order is complete now. So I don't know if I like, and I always check like right when I get my parcels or like the packages, I always check if there's everything inside, especially for these like bigger orders. And yeah, so I either lost it, or I just fabricated a memory of me purchasing that. By the way, couple days after this, because I'm gonna film it right after this video, there's gonna be, I'm gonna pluck a couple brow hairs. There's gonna be a haul, a Sea Beauty haul, because obviously I have these products that I'm gonna show in that haul, but also I have a lot of fragrances that I bought at yesstyle and a couple other things. So there will be more products coming in case you're not just interested in makeup. There's also gonna be, I think there's gonna be some skincare as far as I remember, and there's gonna be fragrances. I bought a lot of fragrances because I just found so many really interesting ones and I couldn't pick which one I want, so I kind of bought a lot of them because they were all very interesting notes, and you know, and I just wanted to, you know, since I was shopping there. I don't shop at yesstyle or like most retailers. I don't really shop very often, so when I do, I just buy a couple of products. Like, I never go overboard. It was still very like, I think it was still in the realm of normal spending habits and purchases, but it was definitely a bigger order. Okay, I think brows are done. Now for eyeshadows, I'm gonna have to prep, and I couldn't really find a lot of primers at yesstyle, and couple that I found, like for the eyes, right? Couple that I found weren't exactly, they didn't sound like something I would like. So I'm gonna use my Art Deco eyeshadow base, which I've been using for a long time. Because this one is working, and I would rather try these eyeshadows with a primer that I know works for me, so that I can tell you if the formula is correct. Because if I'm also gonna try a new primer, then there is always a chance that it could not work because of a primer and not because of the eyeshadow. So I'd rather use a primer that I'm used to and I know that it works for eyeshadows and for my like skin texture and everything. Now, what are we gonna do? I know that I'm probably gonna do cut crease with the VIP pass, but first step, I think we're gonna start with Vibes, this kind of turquoisey shade in the inner half. Then I'm probably gonna go with Pure Bliss and Euphoric to deepen up the eye look. So that's what we're gonna use today. Let me get a brush. So starting with the turquoise. Like, I find this really cute because it's a cute little small palette with really cute color story, and this is palette that I would travel with. Like, it gives me a lot of options. It gives me some nice shimmers, some nice mattes. There are a couple like neutral mattes, which lately I've been kind of okay with having a neutral matte if I have fun, nice shimmers. Like, it's not something that I would go for every day, but for once in a while I can do that. You know, there are times where I genuinely would not wear browns no matter what. So now I feel like if there is just like a little bit, I have a little glue here. If there's just a little bit, I can deal with it, you know. But I need my fun shimmers. Like, they have to be super sparkly, super fun, iridescent, holochrome, multichrome, like something interesting. Otherwise, I am not wearing browns under any circumstances. So this is quite, like, it's definitely lighter than it is in the pan. But to be honest, if I compare it to the Cherry, which barely showed up on me, I feel like this is still a lot better. So and I really want to make sure that this is properly built up in the top crease, because obviously since we're gonna do cut crease, I want to make sure that there's still gonna be some of this visible. Now I'm gonna take, so this was where I was using the Singe Beauty EO5, like a small blending brush. Now I'm gonna use a little bit more bigger packing brush, which is the Singe Beauty EO6. It's this bigger one. And I'm gonna go with the shade Pure Bliss, the lighter, more poopy brown. It's very interesting that I chose the turquoise with this, or even like the pink with this, because these shades don't really, like, they look really pretty. I think it's really nice autumnal color story, so I'm definitely gonna be able to try this palette and use this palette multiple times before I'm gonna fully haul it in my monthly haul. But usually these shades don't really like to be blended together, so I don't know if you can see, but like the turquoise is here, the brown is here, and I'm gonna very softly just like kind of put them on top of each other. I'm not really gonna try to like blend them into each other, because even here you can see where they are on top, it's kind of like a murky green. Like, it's just, they can be very hard to blend together, and they will probably create like a mustardish, you know, poopy color, which that's what happens when you mix these two. So I wouldn't recommend like trying to mix them together, or, you know, use one and then blend on top of it with the other shade. But if you just layer them, but if you just put them next to each other, it's fine. You know, you just have to know what you can do and what you can't do with certain shades. So with these, you can only like really, you can only use them next to each other. I would not advise blending them together. That brown is really interesting because it has a lot of that like poopiness in it. It has a bit of green as well. So I feel like for olive undertones, this would be a perfect neutral shade. I mean, it looks cute. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the turquoisey shade, so the EO5 from Singe, for the deeper brown. This one is like a reddish cocoa brown. It's called Euphoric. It's on the top left-hand corner. And with Asian brands, especially for eyeshadows, usually eyeshadows are very lackluster and it's just like a wash of color, but honestly I'm getting quite a good pigment. Now if this was Blend Bunny or Bella Beauty Bar, or I don't know, other like favorite brands, Wooden Eye and stuff, I would get more pigment. It would definitely be a lot more pigmented, but when I compare it to most Asian beauty brands, whether I've tried them or not, like I've seen a lot of reviews and you barely get pigment out, so I'd say this is really good. And especially if you don't like super vibrant pigmented looks and you like something, and obviously these are also colors that are a little bit more murky, if you like a little bit more of that like murky color story and something more softer, not too out there, this is a good formula. Like, do you see this? It is a really nice formula. I think I'm gonna do both of the browns on the lower lash line, and now we're gonna cut the crease. I have this Glisten Spectra paints in the shade White, and I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. Take a brush, something that's like firm and flat. We're gonna cut the crease with this and use the pink over there. But honestly, I wouldn't mind having this as a look. Like, I wouldn't mind just using this for a color story because I think it's a really nice look, and I might even wear it in a couple days. And with these Spectra paints, I usually just like drag the brush for the shape, and then I have to like back it so that we actually have opaque white on the lid. And with this, you always have to remember to like really close your eye, sorry, to really like see if you're even gonna be able to spot the cut crease. So for me, even when my hood is completely down, I can still see the sliver of it. And that's what I want. Sometimes I do my cut crease higher so that you can fully see it no matter how I move my face, but I feel like this is gonna be enough. Okay, now when the cut crease is done, I'm gonna use that pink shade, which is called VIP Pass, and I'm just using like a packing brush, like a smaller one, and we're just gonna cover the white with the oh, the pink is actually pigmented. Like it's pretty pigmented. I don't know if it's gonna be this pigmented with normal base, like if you just used a regular primer. I can't really tell you that. I'm gonna obviously try it without white base to see if it's that pigmented even on its own, but this is a good pigment. I'm really liking the matte eyeshadow and eyeshadows, and obviously I've tried all of them now, so I'm very impressed. Like I was not expecting this quality. I knew that they looked nice in the palette and that they looked properly pigmented, because a lot of the times, even in the pan, you can see that the shades aren't that pigmented for a lot of the brands. Like whenever I see brand photos and then like normal people's photos, it is a stark difference for a lot of these brands. So I was very happy to see that this actually looks proper. So let me do the lower lash line. I actually have planned a neutral look with a pop of like yellow, so I might use these browns for that in a couple days. Now let me get my shimmer primer if I can find it, because again, and I don't know if I was looking incorrectly or if it just wasn't on the site when I was shopping, but I couldn't find a shimmer primer, and some brands just don't do shimmer primer, so obviously like whatever. I'm gonna use this Shine On from Cleona because I don't have my setting spray here. I accidentally took it to my dorm, which is good that it's at my dorm because I'm there for most of the week now and I want to finish up that setting spray, and I only have like 2 or 3 drops there. Like it's very used. So I'm gonna use that on the lids. And then let me get a brush for shimmers. I use this one from Zoeva. It's the 239 Smoky Blender because it's like a flat from one side and it's natural bristles, so it can really so that shimmers really stick to it. And now for the, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start with Onset, this one. Then in the center, I'm gonna use Utopia. In the inner half, I'm gonna use Turn It Up. And I think Dreamland will go on the lower lash line. Not completely sure, but let me try it. So I'm starting with the shade Onset, this one. Just like a blue, turquoisey, a bit of purple. Like on the brush, it actually looks purple. So that could be nice. Maybe I'm gonna try to use the mirror from this palette. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh my god, look at that. It's gold, green, pink, purple. This is beautiful multi-chrome. It feels super soft on the lid. Like it has that beautiful soft, sparkly formula that you do not feel on the eyes. Oh, and it's layering really nice. Like, it actually moves really nicely. That is so pretty. Wait, that is pretty. Let me try to touch it with my finger. I feel like this is the formula that Shelby Makeup uses as well, which is like, it feels very jelly, almost, or kind of like gluey gel, but then it sets on the eyes and there's no movement, so it doesn't crease, which is incredible. So now with the center shade Utopia, that one looks so pretty. This one looks like it's a lighter version of the previous shade, and like it has more lavender in it, at least from the, oh my god, from how it looks like on the in the pan. Shut up, that is so pretty. It's so sparkly. Like, it is so beautifully sparkly. Wow, I love this one. Okay, so this one looks so pretty, and they are actually, like, even though they look darker in the pan, like, they are very iridescent. I think if you were to use them on a, like, maybe like beige eyeshadow, it would be just like a hint of sparkle. I don't think you would actually get the color out of it, which for some people that's amazing. I'm gonna use the holochrome on the top part. Now this one I'm very intrigued to see. This one looks like it has more of a smaller particles, which that's exactly how holochromes always feel like. Yeah, it's a little bit not chunkier, but it's like the particles don't have that much gel around them to like hold them down. And that's something that I've noticed with other holochromes as well. I completely forgot that this is holochrome because I just found my holochrome swatch party, and I've had this palette for a while here. I just didn't have time to use it, but I've had this for maybe 4 months. It could be even 5. Like, I had it here for a while. Do you see how sparkly that is? Okay, I was expecting a lot of things today. This is not one of them. Like, are you kidding me? Now we're gonna do Dreamland. Maybe I'm gonna try to use it in the inner corner. Let me try to use it on the lower lash line. If it's gonna be light enough, I might use it in the inner corner. Yeah, I'm using it in the inner corner. That is so pretty. I feel like you can use all of them in the inner corner. Like, they're light enough. But do you see how metallic that is? Like, shut up. I love this. Okay, I was a little bit hesitant for today's video. Like, I was like, you know what? This palette could be like a huge flop. And I was mentally preparing for that. Wow. Okay, so this is incredible. I have so many different mascara. Let me actually get it all out. So I have this is eyeliner. No, I'm gonna do eyeliner first actually. So I know that this is mascara. I have a couple colorful mascaras. And I'm gonna show you. This is eyeliner. This is eyeliner. Eyeliner. These are lipsticks. Okay, so I have these HANDAIYAN eyeliners. This is the 2-in-1 liquid eyeliners, and I have a couple different colors. I have this blue, and one is like a matte, and one is a shimmer. Let me actually swatch it. So this one is the shade number 10, and the matte one looks like this. Oh, that's beautiful blue. It's almost like a purpley blue. And then the shimmer. Okay, so this is like a glittery, think it would be more like a glittery topper. And I knew that the glitters are not going to be great because like that's always like that, but I just want to try it. Then the shade number 4, which is yellow. I love yellow. I love yellow and blue together. So, oh, that's pigmented, right? That's quite pigmented. Normally for these colorful ones, I just use water activated liners. And this is the glittery one. You know what? This is like really nicely shiny, and it's that like neon-y yellow, almost like green, kind of like zesty color. And then the shade number 06. I think it's 06. This gray and silver, and this gray looks kind of purplish. So let me try it. Oh, I like this. You know what? This one is kind of that like elephant gray. Like whenever I would see cartoons with elephants, it would be this gray. And then we have this silver. Oh, but this could be really nice for like maybe like New Year's makeup or something like very celebratory. I feel like it has that beautiful effect. And then I also have this one, which is the Crystal Diamond Eyeliner. This is one of those like toppery ones with glitters. And like sometimes I do want to use stuff like that, okay? I wouldn't really use this as an eyeliner, but I would use this as a glitter topper. I know, can you see that properly? I'm gonna try to use. Yeah, this one is just like very jelly glittery formula, which I would use as a topper. But now for the eyeliner, which am I gonna use? We could do the blue. I'm kind of feeling the blue, right? And this was the blue. So I'm gonna use the matte part. We'll see how well it's gonna draw. So this is the shade number 10. Okay. I haven't used liquid eyeliner in forever. I like the applicator. It is very well, it's kind of flimsy a little bit, but it's also very small and quite sharp, which I do like. And it colored my lashes, so like I feel like you could use this as a colorful mascara to just like coat your lashes with it, because this is very pigmented. It's a very neon-y blue, and it's already drying up. On my lid, so I feel like it's gonna be quite a quick drying formula. Like not too quick, because obviously I was able to use it all over to do the full liner, but I feel like it will not, like some liners take too long to dry, and then because I have hooded eyes, I just have them smudging everywhere. But I like that the tip is actually quite pointy, so I can go all around my eyes. I don't know if you can see, but like my lashes are completely blue as well. Is this even? I never know with these, but whatever. If it's not even, I'm gonna fix it later. But that is a good blue. Like, do you see how pigmented that is? I was not expecting that. So this blue is nice. I don't think I'm gonna use the glitter. Should I try it? I'm gonna use just like a little bit, and then if it's not gonna look good, I'm just gonna go over with the matte again. But let me try it. I think it should be dry already. Okay, so I feel like it looks nice. Actually I made it a little bit more like royal blue, and it wasn't too hard to use. So these eyeliners, I think they're gonna be really nice. I'm quite intrigued to see how like the yellow will look like. I feel like the yellow could be a little bit more tricky, but from the pigmentation, it looks really nice. From HANDAIYAN, I also bought, because it was really hard to find something colorful and I wanted to do colorful, but I found these HANDAIYAN colorful mascaras. I have mine in the shade 04, which I've already used multiple times. This is blue. I think I've already worn it like maybe 5 times. Then I have this one, which is 07. Come on. 07 is a black one. And then I also have 02, which is a white one, because I really wanted to try this formula. But also, what I bought is the Judydoll Curling Iron Mascara in the shade 01. I've already tried this one twice or 3 times. This one is one of those that just like just this, like a metal part. It was strange to use it, but it actually made my lashes kind of like spiky long. So I think I'm gonna test both of the blacks. One eye will be the HANDAIYAN black, and the other one will be the Judydoll, just to test the formula. And as I said, the blue one I've already worn. It takes maybe like 2 to 3 coats to actually make your lashes really blue. Obviously, I have like brown, deeper brown lashes. I don't have them like blonde, so if you have blonde lashes, it probably will not take that long for you to get the pigment. And maybe if you have black lashes, maybe it can take a more coat. But I'm gonna try the HANDAIYAN first. Now what I like is that it has really soft, short, kind of spiky applicator. So it's really easy to get to the root of your lash. There's a bit of that eyeliner on my lashes, so it might be a little bit harder to like brush them through, because they are kind of, I'm gonna have to go on top and brush them out a bit to get rid of the eyeliner in them. But you see, like, they're really long, and it's amazing to use on the bottom lashes because it's so small. And sometimes I do like black top lashes and then colorful bottom lashes. I feel like that looks a little bit more normal and maybe a little bit more approachable than doing a full-on colorful lashes. So in case you're just like trying to get into colorful mascaras, use it just on your bottom ones, or maybe like a fun little eyeliner, and it will be completely fine. Which reminds me that I forgot to buy eyeliner, like a waterline pencil. That one I know I forgot. I realized that a couple days ago, but I wouldn't be able to shop and get it shipped to me. So that one I am aware of, and I will use just like different product from a different brand. But you see, this is how the lashes look like. They're pretty long, but it doesn't really give them a lot of volume. Let me curl the other lashes. And let's use the Judydoll. It's a very interesting product. Okay, so I finished the bottom lash line with the HANDAIYAN, and I'm using the Catrice Kyle pencil in the shade Frosty Mint, which is a beautiful greenish color. And with the Judydoll mascara, it is strange to apply it because it obviously, like, you can't really brush the lashes, so you're just kind of coating them. And now I feel like it's a little bit harder to use it because there's the eyeliner on my lashes. If I didn't have eyeliner there, like, it's a little bit better. But what I am struggling with a bit is using it on my lower lash line, because on my lower lashes, because it's a little bit, it's harder to have control, and you have to really get it close to your lashes, which usually means that there's a lot of the mascara also on my skin, and not just on the lashes. So But otherwise, I feel like they look similarly on the eyes, and I'm usually more, again, into volumizing mascaras, but I can work with that. Now, for the face, I feel like... What do I feel like? I feel like I'm gonna use a little bit of primer on my chin because it's kind of not really nice there. Like it's getting pretty... It's building up quite a bit, so let me kind of try to save this. The rest of the face is almost okay, but the chin is a problem. And since chin is always more like textured for me, we just need to... Do you see that it peels so badly? Like I don't get it. Like I don't have anything on my face. It's literally just the sunscreen, nothing else, and it's doing this. Like what the hell? Yeah, like it... So for foundations, I have two cushion ones. One of them I've already tried, which is the Peripera Mood Fit Cover Cushion Foundation SPF 50 plus PA+++. This one you get, and I have it in the shade 02 Ivory. What's it called? Ivory Fit 21 Yellow Base. I've already tried this one twice. I will leave a link to the makeup diaries where I've used that. It's gonna be the last two looks, I believe. But this is how it looks like. You open it and like that. You have the cushion, you have the little thingy mirror, and then here's the foundation. It's a beautiful color, like it fits me so well. And you also have extra of this and a keychain in there. This was really nice. I didn't have to powder it. It felt beautiful on the face. And literally, apart from like a little bit of texture on my chin, which again, I just have a lot of bumps there. But apart from that, there was literally no... Yeah, like you couldn't detect that I have foundation on. So that was incredible. Then I also have this Easy Retouch All Control Foundation Powder SPF 30 PA+++ from Cute Press, I think. And it's the B1 shade. I haven't tried this. I haven't opened it yet, I think. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. Let me get into this. Oh, this is cute. It's like this type of packaging, and then you again push it. And it's a powder like this. And on the bottom you have the little spongy thing. So I feel like this is more like a setting powder with a little bit of pigment to it. It looks maybe a little bit too yellow, but we'll see. And it also has SPF, so maybe it could be a nice topper in the summer, like to reapply SPF. But then I also have these two ZEESEA foundations. They both looked really nice. I have the Silky Lasting Foundation, this one in the shade... Does this have a shade? MW01, maybe. So it's this one. And then I also have this Velvet Mist Foundation in the shade 02, I think. It's all in Chinese, so I can't read it. I would love to, but I can't read it. This one is so pretty, the Velvet Mist Foundation. You're getting 20 grams of it, and it's this beautiful packaging, this faux leather applicator. Hello. And then there's this, which I feel like that's not supposed to look that way. Oh, right. It's a pump. So then you have a pump here. It's so pretty. So I'm kind of wondering about this one, but I don't know if it's going to be too light. I'm going to have to swatch it on the back of my hand. And then this one, the Silky Lasting, is this type of packaging. It looks like a similar shade, but it's the matte foundation Silky Lasting. And you're getting 30 grams of product, so 10 more. And again, there's a pump. So let me try this one first on the back of my hand. It's gonna take a while to pump it, right? on. Okay, this is taking forever. Oh, something is happening. Okay, so this is this one, the matte Silky something. Which, let me try to like swatch it. That could work. That looks like color of foundation that I normally wear and works for me. And then the Velvet Mist. Let me try that one. Oh. This one. They kind of look the same. This one looks a little bit thicker. The velvet one. It looks a little bit thicker and maybe a bit more coverage. I don't know which one I should try first. I'm not usually like a full coverage person. I might try the matte one first, and then a couple days later, maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna try this velvet one. But they look like the same shade, so I think if one is gonna fit me shade-wise, the other one should too. Clean my hand. So we're gonna try this one. I like the package. Like the packaging looks really nice. Should I bump it right on my face? I don't know. Let's start like this and then we'll add more. I'm gonna use this next brush, the I don't know, 04. It's a foundation brush. I like to use this more than a beauty blender. And also, like, I don't really trust the, how's it called, the cleanliness of a beauty blender. I feel like I can never get all of the water and product out of it. And I'm gonna need more of that foundation. Apply it with a finger. But I feel like, because a little bit about me, in case you're new here, I don't like wearing foundation or skin tints or anything. I normally don't wear it. I might use it like, I don't know, twice a month at best. And the reason for that is because I don't like the way foundation looks on the skin. I don't mind having like bumpy skin, acne skin, having like texture, having redness. Like, I don't mind these things. What I do mind is having cakey, greasy foundation, and most foundations you can tell that they are on the face, and I just don't like that. You know, like how you can see the little pigments on top of your skin and that little uneven, like I feel like with certain things I'm kind of OCD, and foundation is one of those. Like, I don't like the way it looks on my skin. I feel like it makes the skin look older. It makes it look, I don't know, just unhealthy. So I don't like to wear that. But what I've noticed with these Asian brands is that usually the foundation is, even like the cushion ones, are really, really nice. They are very comfortable, skin-like, and just so pretty. So I do like, from like regular drugstore ones, I do enjoy the matte fit, how's it called, Maybelline Fit Me, the Fit Me foundation. That one is really nice. And I also like the NYX, I'm gonna pop a picture of it. I can't remember how it's called, but I did like the way it looked on my skin. But it's not, for me, foundation, I can always tell that I have it on my forehead, and the Maybelline and the NYX one you can tell. But with some of these Asian brands that I've tried and seen, it looks like they completely melt into your skin. By the way, after I use the brush, I always go in with my fingers because they're hot, obviously, so the body heat can help to kind of blend it more and like really push it into the face, into your skin, so that there's no creasing, there's no, you know, so that it looks nice. And oh my god, this looks pretty. There's a bit of peeling here, but that's the sunscreen. I'm gonna blame it all on the sunscreen because it was really bad, and I'm gonna try tomorrow with a different sunscreen that I like and enjoy and that works for me, so that we know whose fault is it. And I'm pretty sure it's the sunscreen. But this looks so nice. Like, there's peeling around the nose, but again, it looks exactly like the peeling from sunscreen, so I'm not gonna even bother accusing the foundation of this because that's definitely not the foundation's fault. The peeling here, which I also have like the vellus hair here. I don't shave my face, so that's why it's peeling more. Maybe let me try to... I feel like it completely melted into my skin. And it... like, it's currently still drying, right? But it has this beautiful plushy feel that I can definitely get behind. So far, I'm loving this one. I can't wait to try the other ZEESEA foundation. By the way, I have a palette from them. I have the little quad. It's kind of like orangey pink that I do like a lot. So I feel like ZEESEA might be a brand that I'm gonna try more things from. But now let's get into a concealer. And I have this one, and I don't even know how it's called. ZEESEA Place Identity Blossom Nourishing B02 Natural. You're getting 3 grams of this. It's still in the packaging. I'm gonna have to take it out because I can't... you can't see anything. But yeah, it should be the B02. I will link all of them down below with my codes and with everything. And I would really appreciate, if you want to shop from yesstyle, I would really appreciate if you could use my code. You don't have to buy these products, but yeah, this is how it looks like. It's a very skinny little... I hope it's not going to be too dark. It kind of looks a little bit too sandy for me. We'll see. Let's try it. Okay. It looks like it's a little bit darker than my regular concealer. So I'm gonna use a little bit of it because I don't want to go overboard. But you know what? I feel like it's okay. It's gonna be my summer concealer because the shade is working for me now, but I feel like I'm a lot more paler in the winter. So I feel like in winter I'm not gonna be able to use this. But it feels really nice. I might use a little bit here. So, you know, I really like this. Like, I think it looks really nice. I might try to powder. We'll see. I'm gonna let it dry now, see how the foundation will act, and maybe we're gonna try the powder. But the concealer feels really nice, and I've already had it for maybe like 5 minutes, and it's not creasing. Now, I think we're gonna do lip first before I'm gonna go for the next product. I have one lip pencil. It's the Pudaier lipstick and Lippie pencil. This one in the shade 04. So this is the pencil. It's like a brownie one, which I think we're definitely gonna use today. I just love brown lip pencils, okay? I'm basic like that. And it also comes with a little sharpener. Then I have 4 liquid lipsticks from HANDAIYAN. It's the Creature of the Night matte lipsticks. Yeah, matte liquid lipsticks. You're getting 3.5 milliliters or 0.12 fluid ounces. And I have this deep blue, which I've already worn like maybe 2 or 3 times. I've worn it a couple of times in summer. It's beautiful, but it is... you need to have your lips exfoliated, and it will take maybe 2 coats to get a nice color. So that was the shade number 11. Then I have the shade number 7, which is this beautiful orangey shade, which I think I will definitely get a lot of use in the autumn. I love orange lipsticks. Then I have the shade number 03, which is this brown, which I'm very tempted to do today. It's a beautiful brown. I love brown lipsticks. And then the shade the shade number 10, which is this beautiful purpley one. So that, but I'm also bought from HANDAIYAN these peel off lip tints. And I have the shade number 01, which looks like this. I actually swatched it here. So it's this one. I think it's like a peachy. And then I have the shade number 06, which is the deep one. And I think it's like a deep berry brown because this is how it looks like. I think it's supposed to be like a deeper brown, maybe with a little bit of berry. I'm not fully remembering, but it looks very berry. It looks very brown. So I think I'm gonna use the brown one, the 06. And obviously you have to let it dry for a bit before you can peel it, but with these you're advised to use just like a very soft layer and leave it on for 10 minutes and then peel it. So it's a very thick, almost like syrupy or like honey-like formula. Okay, so we're gonna let it dry. I feel like some of it got on my teeth. In the meantime, I feel like we might not need the powder. You know what, I'm just gonna try to see if it's too dark or not. So this is the Evory Retouch All Control Foundation Powder from Cute Press. And if I want to try the sponge, I'm gonna test it. Like, I don't think I'm gonna like the sponge. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be too dark with the sponge. So I might just use my brush. Yeah, I feel like that's all I'm gonna do because I don't think the foundation actually needs it. But sometimes I do wear these powders on their own. Like, I've started using the L'Oreal Infallible powder. It's like I use primer, let it dry, and then use a little bit of this to help just like even out the texture. And especially now that I've been pretty oily in the summer, it's just a nice thing to use. So, but I will have to try this one a little bit more. Apply with a damp sponge for a natural finish. For a flawless finish, apply with a dry sponge. Yeah, so you can make it into like a cushion foundation with a wet sponge. I might try it tomorrow or in a couple days. Now we're gonna use blush, and I have this xixi. I don't know if that's how you call it, but it, or xixi. I'm not sure. It's XYXY, and this one is the how is it called? Go for the Sunset 4 Color Blush Palette. You're getting 2.5 grams per each blush. And this is how it looks like. It's a very like generic, I think, packaging. Do these have shade names? I don't know. Oh, by the way, this is the version 01 Early Sakura Flowers. I think they have different blush palettes. And you get like purple, orange, kind of yellow, and then this like peachy pink. What are we gonna do for this one? I wanna do orange, but like I do that all the times. Will you be mad at me? Because I feel like the orange looks the best. So yeah, I'm gonna do the orange. But this looks very light, so I'm slightly concerned how light it looks. We'll see. But it's pretty, like the flowers in there and everything. Okay, that blush literally takes 11,000 applications to show up on the skin. And like I have very light skin tone, like you can see I'm like the chick from Casper the Ghost. Like I'm literally that. So I feel like if you're anything darker than a wall white, this will take forever to even like show a hint of. So this is the orange. I want to try the yellow at some point because I want to know if it actually looks like something. But that's the Sakura something blush, whatever. Highlighter, we're gonna use one of the shades from the SheenEffect palette because they looked really nice. And I'm tempted to do the Utopia, the central one. Like that could be really pretty. Obviously, when you're using eyeshadows as highlighters, there's always the chance of it being like either a bit too pigmented, which this isn't. This is very iridescent. But another problem we might face is the fact that it's not as soft of a formula as genuine highlighters. The highlighter is done, so all we have left is the lips. I don't know, it looks like it's hardened, so I'm gonna try to. Okay, that's pretty easy to peel actually. And I think it really did a lot. It had a lot of pigment here where you applied the most of it. So I'm gonna have to use a lipstick or something over that to make it like look nicer. But otherwise, like, it's quite a strong tint. Like, it actually did a lot. So that was the shade number 6. So I'm gonna use the Lippie pencil from Pudaier. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Okay, so on the lips, I just used my Neutrogena Lip Care lip balm. It is a bit patchy, like, but that's me. That's the fact that I don't know how to use these products. So yeah, it's a little bit. Let me actually maybe take a little bit of that lip liner over here. Here I swatched the HANDAIYAN lipsticks. So this purpley one, the first one is the shade number 10. And then the blue next to it is the shade number 11. This one that I've already used multiple times. Then the kind of orangey one is the shade number 7. And the last brown one is the shade number 3. So to swatch them out for you, and as you can see, they're very much matte liquid lipsticks. Now for this entire video and the review. So when it comes to the lip tints, I think they're gonna be nice. I just need to learn how to use them. But otherwise, like, the color payoff and the fact that they were really easy to peel off. Like, you saw that it pretty much took me just one go at it. The top lid took me 2, but I think it was the fact that there were different levels of different layers. Like, some layers were thicker than others, so I feel like I'm just gonna have to really make sure that I do an even coat all over. So I will try one of them tomorrow. I still don't know what look I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I will try to use one of them. The lip pencil feels nice. I love that it's actually square, like the handle. It's a nice color. I love these brownie ones. It isn't transfer proof and it isn't smudge proof because it only took the lip balm to smudge it around, but it's not really going over the borders of my lips. So I feel like it's just like a very regular lip. I feel like it's more like a lipstick in a pencil, like a very soft lipstick in a pencil. Then for these HANDAIYAN lips, I only tried the blue one. When I was watching this, the blue one definitely felt the most like thick, gooey. The other ones felt a little bit more like other liquid lipsticks that I have. So I feel like the other shades might be nicer. And it gives you nice lips. It doesn't last all day. It lasts maybe like 4 hours. I have liquid lipsticks that are better formula, both in the application, like they're easier to apply and they last longer. For example, this Black Moon Cosmetics, these ones are the liquid to matte lipsticks. And this one is purple, right? Yeah, this one is kind of like a grayish purple. And these ones are a lot nicer, but they're a lot more expensive. So for the price, these were really inexpensive. The HANDAIYAN, they're definitely a very inexpensive brand. And while we're at it, for the mascaras, I think they're really nice if you just want like a quick little easy colorful mascaras. I like the fact that you can use it on the bottom lash line as well, on the bottom lashes as well. They're easy to use. You're not gonna get like a full-on like false lashes effect with these. It's just gonna coat your lashes with the color and make them longer. But I still really like that. And if I kind of compare it to, for example, colorful mascaras that you can get at drugstore, like from Maybelline or Rimmel or stuff, these ones look better, have more pigment, and are easier to use. And they are for a fraction of the price. Do I know how this is manufactured and what the brand is? Not really. So, you know, from ethical standpoint, I'm not completely sure where this brand stands. I know that yesstyle is better than like AliExpress and stuff, but I know that a couple of the brands are kind of on the verge. So I can't speak on the ethical point of this brand, but if you just want to have something, especially if you only do if you only use these once in a while for like Halloween makeup or for like special effects, but you don't use this all year round, I would definitely advise to buy something like this, because then it's not as much of an investment. If you do colorful looks and colorful lipsticks, eyeliners and stuff often, I would advise to actually invest in something that's like proper quality. Especially for like liquid eyeliners, I would advise you to buy water activated liners. You can get even a full palette of water activated liners, because these will last you way longer, because they don't get you're not really introducing bacteria in them too much, and you can very easily sanitize them with alcohol. You can't do that with these liquid bottles. So for long term, I would highly advise using water activated liners. But I love the pigment. Even the yellow is very pigmented. I want to try it soon, especially the yellow. But the blue one was so pretty and so nice. The gray one, I can't wait to use that a lot in like the cooler months. But for these liquid liners, I am very, very impressed. Then what else? I will try this glitter one. It's definitely not gonna be something that you can use as a glitter liner, unless you would do like a really thick, maybe like a black liner, and then use this as a topper. Otherwise, like, you can't do a straight line with this, and it's not gonna show up unless it's on darker surface. But sometimes I like to do a glittery liner here for like a little darker look. So I feel like for these effects, it could be a nice little thing to own. Judydoll, I've already worn this mascara. I think this was 4th time today. It's not a mascara that I would repurchase, but it's not a bad mascara. It's just, for me, I think the wand takes too long to actually like wiggle around on my lashes. Like, I like more, I like the regular mascaras because they're easier to apply. But the finished effect, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Like, as you can see, like, I think it's really nice lashes. I just it's just the application for me, it takes a little bit longer than I would prefer. What else do we have? Lip liner I already talked about. This concealer feels super nice. I haven't powdered it, which I never do. I don't like powdering my concealer, and I like the fact that this doesn't need to be powdered down, and it's not dry, like it's not matte concealer, which I like, because that just looks very dry and cakey in my opinion. So this feels super blushy. It feels nice. The whole face feels really nice. Like, it's that kind of soft satin finish where it's like not matte and dry on the touch, but it's also not like transferring anything. It's not oily. I like that texture a lot. So this concealer will be a great summer concealer. I'm really enjoying that. I'm very tempted to try it again. Peripera Cushion Foundation. I already said that I really like this one. This powder, I'm not sure if it's not gonna be too dark for me, but I will try it on its own. Maybe I'll even try to wet the sponge to make it into a cushion foundation. I might try it somewhere in the week and film it as a reel, but it's probably gonna take me a while to actually post it on my Instagram. But this one, I will have to try more to give you my opinion on this. On the powdered areas, it just feels like a powder, and it is a little bit more yellowy than the foundation underneath. That's all I can say right now. Blush, I would not recommend buying. Yes, it looks cute, like and all that, but there's no pigment. Can you see a blush on my face? I don't. And if there is, it's mostly like redness on my cheeks. I don't think it's the blush, to be completely honest. Foundation, as I said, feels really nice. I love I'm so bad at picking shades of foundation. I always pick something that's either pure white or very yellow and dark. But these, since I think they're the same shade, like they are called differently, but I think from the swatch they are exactly the same shade, so I think shade match is gonna be great. Yeah, if I'm gonna wear sun tanner, it might be slightly lighter, but I normally don't really wear suntan as often. I like self tanner, sorry. So this one feels really nice. I can't wait to try this one tomorrow. Will I try this tomorrow or will I try the cushion? Like the powder. We'll see how I'm gonna feel tomorrow. But I'm very tempted to try this one because it's really pretty packaging. Yeah. But I feel like ZEESEA could be my like face product brand, like something I'm gonna be reaching for face products. And then for the eyeshadow pad, so this is the SheenEffect, however it is called. I don't know the name of it. This really surprised me. I was not expecting the color payoff and the shimmers and everything. Like, it is so pretty. I love this look. I would wear this all day, every day. Like, this really took my breath away. It's so good. How much are you getting out of this? Is there any... Let me get the packaging. 8 grams. You're getting 8 grams of product, so a little under a gram per each shade, which I think it's the same for the ZEESEA little palette. And usually Asian brands do make smaller pans. I don't think that's a problem. Like, it still takes forever to use a gram of eyeshadow. Like, it takes maybe like 100 uses. For shimmers, maybe like 60 uses. So yeah, it's fine. It's still gonna take you forever to go through this. This is such a pretty autumnal color story to me. And like, do you see the sparkles? I think this is my favorite product from the entire... Well, you know what? It is incredibly good, but I'm actually like blown away by the foundation because I normally don't like foundations. I usually like eyeshadows, but I normally don't like foundations. So I think for me the winner is the foundation, and this is runner-up. And this is right next to it. This is right below. Incredible. So this was a successful full face off. Definitely better than my previous full face of Catrice, which I will link down below and in the little card, which I will link in the little card as well, so that you can check it out. Don't forget that there's gonna be a yesstyle haul in a couple days. Like, within a week I should be able to release it. So that's something that you can be excited for. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know which of these products, if you've tried any of these products, or what would you recommend to me in case you have some favorite Asian beauty brands. And what do you think about this look? I feel like it's like fun and neutral look. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be super happy to see you tomorrow with another video. So bye.